This is Dominic Graves. When I want to check out hardcore activism, check out freekeen.com.
There's the so I still see some people like easing on in. We're gonna wait about another 10.
Hi, this is Taryn Lupo, and welcome to Low Country Liberty Report. Today I'm going to be talking about the marijuana and pot protest that actually went down in Savannah, Georgia. They finally had their own, and it was big. The crowd was very large for its first one. It was estimated about 150 people at its peak, and it did get a lot of positive support from the community with lots of honking. Being that a majority of these protesters today were students of an art college, you'll see a lot more artistic displays than I had recently seen at other pot protests. You can see a gigantic mighty joint. You can see people in costumes. You can see there's Smokey the Bear, the real Smokey the Bear. A whole new meaning to it. More and more 420 celebrations and pot protests are breaking out over the country because I think the idea of property rights really is the bottom line here. I don't even smoke pot, but I always support people that do because it's the ultimate question of property rights. Who owns your body? Do you own it or the government? If you actually answer that question honestly, sadly, the government thinks it owns your body right now. The cops did make an appearance here and there. The crowd got bigger throughout the day and peaked at about 150 people. And when the crowd gets that large, the police really don't do much. We've seen this in Keene where they just kind of have to sit back and watch, and they'll try to maybe arrest the ringleaders if they can identify a leader or not. But other than that, they can't really do much when there's that big of a crowd. So you'll see safety in numbers. Most people today grow up in a society where they never even question why these laws exist or how we got to this point. And it's amazing to me that some bureaucrats that don't even know you can sit around a room and make decisions, basically strangers make decisions of can and can't do. And it's always an awakening when you realize you can stop asking permission. Listening to the responses of people driving by, it was almost all positive. I think people are ready for this change and they're sick of the government controlling their life and telling them what they can and can't do.
Woo! Join the march for legalization! Join the march! Support the cause! Sign the split! Sign the split! Support the cause! Sign the split! Support the cause!
This is a really great first march. I mean, big numbers, lots of people. And I think in time they'll get bigger and bolder. And I imagine in time they'll evolve and become like Keene, where they just smoke pot openly in protest and there's nothing the cops can really do. At the end of the march, the numbers had dwindled down, and that's when somebody complained and called the police. And the big thing the police got on them about was protesting without a permit, of course, which is odd that permits are basically a tax on your First Amendment. You should be able to speak wherever you want if it's, quote, public land. All in all, it was a smashing first success, and I do imagine that these will get bigger and bolder in time, and don't worry, I'll be covering them and keep you guys in the loop. As always, is Taryn Lupo. Good hunt.